Good, happy Friday morning, July 23rd, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Friday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Friday morning, so let's begin. First up, serious crash shuts down both sides of Everett Turnpike in Merrimack. Both the southbound and northbound sides of the Everett Turnpike in Merrimack were shut down late Thursday night due to a serious crash. State police said multiple vehicles were involved. Traffic was backed up for miles as crews worked to clear the scene. Shortly after midnight, one lane was reopened on the northbound side. Drivers said traffic started moving again on the southbound side around 12:30 a.m. It's not clear how many people were injured. We will keep you updated on this breaking news situation. Diocese of Manchester bishop accused in lawsuit of sexual abusing minor. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Step back in time, high above New Hampshire's Lakes region, at Castle in the Clouds. Explore.
A civil lawsuit in New York State alleges Diocese of Manchester Bishop Peter Labashi sexually abused a minor in the 1980s. The lawsuit alleges in 1983 and 84, Bishop Labashi, then a priest and pastor at Cyril and Methodist Roman Catholic Church in Deer Park, New York, fondled and groped a 12 or 13-year-old child's genitals on numerous occasions. The suit says on one occasion the abuse occurred in the sacristy, a room in the parish where the minor was preparing the altar for Mass. The lawsuit comes before a deadline from the New York Child's Victim Act. It allows victims to come forward to file civil lawsuits before age 55.
The window closes August 14, 2021, and this is a 2-year period of time that allows sexual abuse survivors to come forward and hopefully get closure after decades of living with the trauma of childhood sexual abuse. And it's a period of time that they really never thought they were going to get.
Tonight, a local attorney who's represented thousands of sexual abuse cases and taken on clergy abuse cases for decades is commending victims who come forward no matter the time frame.
It takes a lot of courage for a victim of sexual abuse or clergy sexual abuse to come forward. They are to be admired, they should be proud, and they should realize that in coming forward, they're not only helping themselves heal, but other victims heal and making the world a safer place for children.
And the diocese says because it's an ongoing matter and out of respect for the individuals involved, they won't be providing any more additional information at this time. We also reached out to the Vatican for comment, but have not heard back. Reporting live in Manchester, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Attorney who represented clergy abuse victims say it can take decades to come forward. Mitchell says culture of abuse must be stopped. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Spend quality time this summer with family and friends in a relaxing and rejuvenating space where everyone can unwind and reconnect.
Yes, Tom, Mitchell Garabedian has represented thousands of sex abuse victims. He says he is not surprised by the latest allegations, and he commends anyone who comes forward regardless of how long ago the alleged abuse took place. Garabedian specializes in representing sex abuse victims and survivors in Boston. He says it takes a lot of courage for victims to come forward, and they're to be admired because they're not only helping themselves but also helping others. While the allegations in this case stem from the 1980s, Garabedian says it's not uncommon for it to take decades for sex abuse survivors to come forward.
Victims of clergy sexual abuse usually don't come out until their mid-40s or even later. So it's just the nature of the beast. The coping mechanisms prevent victims from coming forward till they're older in life.
And Garabedian says he's in full favor of an investigation by law enforcement and not so much an investigatory board by the church. He said, and also to be clear, Bishop Labishi is not facing any criminal charges right now. Live in Manchester, Jessica Moran, WMUR News.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Two arrested in connection with hidden camera in Catholic Medical Center bathroom. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Come see Darla and Hildy at Clark's Bears in Lincoln, New Hampshire. Visit clarksbears.com to reserve your tickets today.
Now, two people are facing charges in connection with a camera hidden in a bathroom at Catholic Medical Center. James Kelly, formerly a nurse at the hospital, is charged with attempted violation of privacy and falsifying physical evidence. Heather Tempest, who the hospital says is not on the schedule, is charged with falsifying evidence. Police say a device that records video and audio was found in a staff bathroom.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Governor urges Granite Staters to get vaccinated as COVID-19 cases rise in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Spend quality time this summer with family and friends in a relaxing and rejuvenating space where everyone can unwind and
joining us.
Governor Chris Sununu and state health officials briefing Granite Staters on the pandemic for the first time in more than a month amid growing concerns over the Delta variant, mostly impacting those who aren't vaccinated.
It's very real, and it's not going away anytime soon. We have the power. All of us have that individual power to really beat this virus back, and you do it with the vaccinations. It's safe. The information is there. Talk to your doctor.
State epidemiologist Dr. Benjamin Chan says even though New Hampshire currently has one of the lowest rates of COVID in the country, cases are beginning to slowly increase.
We still need to take steps to preventing the control spread of COVID-19, especially with the more infectious Delta variant circulating and in fact increasing in the New England area nationally and even in New Hampshire.
As the state tries to encourage more people to get the shot, a new mobile vaccination van is now available.
So far, we've received more than 100 requests for the van, and we have events scheduled through September at this time. And we've been running the van now for about a week, and we've gone to 5 different locations and vaccinated about 50 people.
State leaders continue to drive home the message. Vaccination is the key to managing viral spread.
The surge that we talked about that is likely to come in the fall, The vast majority, my guess is 99% of that is going to be of the remaining unvaccinated population.
Dr. Chan believes it's likely that some segments of the population will need a booster shot, but whether or not everyone will need one is still being studied. Reporting live in Concord tonight, Mike Cronin, WMUR Newscast.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire continued to grapple with workforce issues. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
My old roof was an asphalt roof. It was really starting to look ragged. It's an island house. I wanted it to blend in.
Adam, the governor admits the rest of the summer tourism season will be tough for businesses that are still struggling to find workers. However, Governor Sununu thinks that by the fall, people will return to the workforce. Sununu says those who are choosing to not work right now are likely either enjoying their summer or learning new skills to transition into other careers. To spur interest in returning to work, this week the state began accepting applications for the summer stipend program. $500 stipends for part-timers and $1,000 for full-timers are now available for those who are on unemployment but have since had a job for at least 8 weeks. That program will be up until the $10 million fund runs out.
There's 20,000 folks that had a job a couple of years ago, and we're kind of waiting for them to re-engage along with some of the other folks that we know have moved into the state. So I think there will be a surge. I don't know if it's going to be in the next few weeks to close out the summer tourism season.
And to apply for that summer stipend program, you can log into your state unemployment benefits account online. Reporting live in Concord tonight, Mike Cronin, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Video, Siegel hits teen in face while on Jersey ride. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC7 NY.
Let the games begin.
In the face just moments into a ride, and the bird nuts here. A teenager has quite the tale to tell after this ride on the boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey. Yeah, a seagull striking her in the face just moments into a ride, and the bird not seriously injured, and Kylie Holman able to laugh about what happened. Here's Eyewitness News anchor Ken Rosado.
It's a classic case of now you seagull, now you don't. 13-year-old Kylie Holman celebrating her best friend George's birthday on the boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey.
She wanted to do the slingshot, and I've done the slingshot previously, so I wasn't that nervous.
Not nervous about being launched into the air at 75 miles an hour, but right as she and Georgia took off, Kylie knew this ride would bring a different thrill.
When I got shot up, then I saw it, and it was going the opposite way, and it came back and hit me right in the face. It felt really light, and it only left like the tiniest scratch.
The gull flying away, seemingly unharmed as well. All of this happening right next to Georgia, who seemed to be having an even tougher time than Kylie and the bird combined.
She told me to stop talking because she thought she was going to throw up.
The feathery fiasco happening in the first seconds of the ride. The girls flipping and spinning in the air for almost a full minute afterward. But before they were even back on the ground, Kylie knew this story was too high-flying to be believed without evidence. Nor could the internet, the video racking up hundreds of thousands of views. Ken Rosado, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And see you back here next time for another broadcast. Goodbye, everyone. I'll be off the air this weekend.